This is Neeraj, again presented before you all people to talk something about sales management. MBA 4th semester minor. Fine. In last classes, we received some concepts regarding sales management under heading of designing the sales force. We covered two important aspects of designing the sales force. The first one was objectives of sales force, which is to be decided by management or sales force department. And second was a strategy of sales force. A strategy was meant to achieve pre-stated objectives. Now in this class, we proceed further to understand third or fourth aspects. Third aspect is sales force structure. Let me write over here, sales force structure. Fine. We will try to understand what does a structure of sales force exactly mean. If we talk about a structure, then it narrates the concepts regarding, say, a specialization of sales force along the particular dimension. Here we try to organize sales force structure along the particular specialized dimension. If we talk about these specialized dimension, then conveniently we can get three broad dimensions along which we can shape up, we can structure, we can organize our sales force personnel. What are those three dimensions? Let me write. Three lines, and we will discuss along these three lines different dimensions representing the particular type of sales force structure. First dimension is let me territory. Territory or geographic. Second dimension is product, and third dimension is market or industry or customers group. Fine. Again we repeat, territory or geographic, first dimension is, second dimension is product, and third dimension is market, industry or customer groups. All are similar concept. This market, industry or customer group are the similar concept by meaning. Fine. We will give a brief look upon each dimension, and we try to understand how along the particular dimension sales force can be structured. Fine. If in an organization sales force is assigned, is organized is structured on the basis of territory or geography, then it is called sales force structure on the basis of territory. Now here every sales personnel is assigned to particular geographical area, particular territory. A sales force is supposed to look after and nurture that territory without intervention of other sales personnel of the same company. Company might be having different product lines selling to different customers, spreading those customers might be spreaded in the particular area, geographical area. Then a salesman is supposed to look after all the customers and all the products in the particular area. Area is clearly demarcated for that salesman, and likewise company assigns particular territory to every salesman what it has in its sales force department. Now look, what is the main advantage of this? If a sales force personnel is assigned the particular territory, then he or she knows exactly how and what type of a strategy he should adopt to develop customers in that area. He might be having better tie-up, social, cultural, technical, commercial tie-up with the customers in that area because he is specifically assigned in that territory only, and he is supposed to nurture, to develop the customer base for his products in that area. And other advantage that is also not less than the first one. Other advantage is that since he has to move in the certain geographical area, limited area, so traveling cost and time spent on the traveling is comparatively less. Fine. This is all about sales force organized along the territory or the geographical area. Now next dimension. We all know that in today's cutthroat competitive age, how much product is important for the company. Product is the tangible offering of the company to its customers. Now, many companies organize its sales force department along the product line. Particularly the companies where many product lines are to offer to the various types of customers. Fine. As I told you, many different types of product lines. What is product line? Product line is a group of products or a mass of brands, different type of products. Those are similar to each other to any important dimension, any important concept, like raw material with which all the products in a line are made, or their marketing, way of marketing, their way of dealing with the customers, their pricing, or their distribution channel, or any other important on the basis of any other important criteria. If all the products in a line are similar somehow, then this is one product line. Likewise, company might be having various product lines. All lines might be having many products. If one line products are technically different with another product line products, and numerous products are there in a particular line, then it is always advisable that company or sales department should organize its sales force along the product line. The advantage is that when the sales force would be organized along the particular product line, then sales personnel would be more knowledgeable, would be capable to explain about technicality of the product in the superior manner to the customers. They will focus only on a particular product line. They need not go through all the lines. Those are technically different to each other. They have to concentrate all the focus, all the knowledge on the particular line products. So they would be superior by knowledge to deal with the particular type of products. And that is always preferred in a company which is dealing with the various type of product lines. For example, suppose a camera company is offering cameras or accessories to its customers. Then two types of cameras or the accessories might be offered to the customers. One type of digital camera which is not very technically complex. Those might be offered to any customers, not for the commercial purpose likewise. And other type of cameras and accessories might be offered to such type of customers. Those require cameras of high definition, might be for the commercial purpose. Those might be of technically complicated products. So one sales team can be assigned to deal with those cameras which are technically simple, and these cameras might be intensively distributed, and other type of cameras might be sold out by the company through specialized shops, and an entire different team might be assigned to look after those technically complex cameras. So in that case, we can say company has organized its sales force along the product line. Now, third one is market or industry or customer groups. We all know that in marketing, a particular customer segment, those are sharing a particular type of need and displaying a particular type of behavior is a particular market. Market means a customer group, or we can also say it is a particular industry. Industry here means the particular type of customers, those need a particular type of product to satisfy particular type of requirement. This is why I have given oblique. Fine. So here company has to specialize its sales force along the particular type of market, particular type of customers. Why this one is needed? This is needed because company wants to entertain a particular type of customers only. particularly when customers are big by pocket. They might be the mighty customers, they might be huge corporate, and company needs to satisfy their requirements in the unique manner. All the customers or a group of customers requirements might be unique to each other. So in that case, company wants to try better understand their requirements and then matching the offer of those requirements in the superior manner. In that case, company organizes its sales force department along the particular customer line or the particular market. For example, take the example of IBM, International Business Machine. IBM might be organizing its sales force, say one sales force, independent sales force has been assigned to only finance and brokerage customers in New York, in America. Other sales force might be assigned to General Motor in Detroit, while entire independent sales force might be assigned to another client, another customer, which is Ford Motors in Dearborn. So 3 different places in America, 3 different type of sales force have been assigned. So we can say that this example incorporates the concept of organizations of sales force along the market or the customer line. Now we got through 3 different dimensions. Then we all know, dear friends, that market and economic condition is very complex, very dynamic. It is not easy to understand. It is not easy to decipher. Sometimes a company has to organize its sales force along 2 or more dimensions, not 1 dimension. So a 4th dimension might be given out like combination of these 3 or combination of the 2. So that is known as complex sales force structure. Now in complex, 2 dimensions or all the 3 dimensions might be combined by the company. For example, territory and product, product and market, or territory and market, and likewise. Here I would like to cite an example of Motorola company. Motorola company has organized its sales force along 4 dimensions. First dimension, 4 type of sales force. First type of sales force are assigned. These are known as strategic sales force. These personnel are assigned to big clients, and these might be composed of various functional people, engineers and service people. Another sales force has been looking after to territory, to geographic. They have to roam in the particular geographical area to cater the requirement of clients, customers or end users. Another 3rd type of sales force has been organized along the line of distribution. They have to cater, they have to meet the distributors, dealers. They have to cater their requirement, they have to satisfy them, they have to educate, they have to counsel them. And 4th and last type of sales force structure has been given out like as inside sales people. They have to entertain walk-in customers, or they have to entertain the customers on the fax and mail. So this is classic example of complex sales force structure. Now today I end with this topic. In next class we will cover another 2 aspects, remaining aspects of designing the sales force, that is size and compensation. Thank you for today.